Hi lovely people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria. In today's tutorial, I'll be looking at how to cut and sew this beautiful gown with a basque waistline and a puff sleeve. If this is what you are really interested in learning, please stay tuned as we are about to start. So kindly note that this video is a part 1 of this tutorial. This is basically going to be the drafting and the cutting aspect. So in our next tutorial, we'll be looking at the sewing aspect. So first thing first, we're making use of this crepe. The crepe is 3 yards, our ruler, our marker, and then of course our pattern paper. I've gone ahead to divide the pattern paper, so I'll be kind of fast here because this is just like a basic bodice. So first thing, I'll just go ahead to differentiate the front and the back. Then what we'll be doing now, we are going to be putting our shoulder measurement. Shoulder that I'm working with is 7.5, which is 15 inches divided by 2. On that side, we're going to come down by 1.5 for our shoulder slope. Then after coming down by 1.5, you're going to divide your bust by 6. When you divide it by 6, you're going to add 1 inches, which is a 7. You see me doing there. So after that, you're going to just rule the line straight to serve as your chest line. So next thing we'll be doing is the midpoint of that 7 inches is 3.5. Then on that point, we'll go in by 0.75 and connect. After connecting, we'll put our bust measurement on the chest line. The bust I'm working with is 36. So after that, you use your ruler to just connect this line straight curvely. So now next we'll be doing, we are going to put our neckline, which is 3 by 3. Then we'll use our small French curve to connect the line together. Then we'll connect our shoulder slope, just as you can see me doing like this. So now what we'll be doing now, we are going to determine our shoulder to bust point is 10, under bust 13.5, waistline 16, hip line is what, 25, but we'll be going up by 1, which is 24 inches. So anything we have on this side, we'll do it on this side. Then we are just going to connect the line properly, just as you can see me doing like so. So that is our chest line, our bust point, our under bust, our waistline, and then we can call here our hip line. Now this is the lines we'll be working with. So next thing what we'll be doing is, on our waistline, we are going to be putting our dart measurement. The dart is your nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 8. The 8 that I'm working with is you are going to divide it by 2, then you have 4. So on that 4, you are going to connect it down to the bust point. Then on the midpoint of that 4, you're going to go out by ½ inch on both sides. Then you connect it straight to have your dart leg. This is the normal dart we usually do, so there is nothing new here. So after doing that, this is what we have for the waist dart. Then we are going to be putting our bust measurement properly again. So this is 9 inches. On the waist I'm working with is 29. 29 divided by 4 is 7.25. Then we are going to be putting 1 inch for the dart intake. So after that, we'll connect it to meet the bust points, to meet the chest line, which is actually the bust measurements we took earlier. So on that bust point, we are going to come down by 2 inches, which is going to serve as our bust dart, because the difference between the back and the front of this measurement I'm working with is 2 inches, because the front waist is 16 and the back is 14. So after that, I will just go ahead to slash it, in order for me to know that when I'm cutting, I'm not cutting it out, I'm going to fold it in. So now we are going to determine where we'll be starting our backs from. So from that, our waistline, we are going to come down by 4 inches on the 2 sides. Then we'll connect it together, just as you can see me doing like this. So this is 4 inches. So the new line that I just drew is now serving as our basque line, which is, you can just tag it as BL. And then the last line is our hip line. So now we are going to be putting our hip measurement on the hip line, which is the last line. The hip I'm working with is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5 inches. So that is what I just put. Then I'll use my curve to connect it very well, just as you can see. So now after connecting it, we are just going to curve out the back line. Now can you see the way I just do it? So I'll take my curve, then place it at the tip of that hip line, and then make sure the other edge is now touching the basque line. Then we are going to connect it curvely. If you discover very well, this basque is not a sharp basque, it is round, so that is why I am using this curvy part. Can you see how curvy it is? So that is it for the basque. Then on the neckline we use 3x3. Now we are going to extend it by 3.5. So this is 3.5 now, and down here we on this side the length, we use 3 inches also. So in this part we are going to be using 4 inches. That is to say 4 inches to 3.5 inches. So that is it for the front. And then for the back, I'll be very fast here because it is just basically what I did for the front that I'm still repeating for the back. I'll put the chest line, that is a waistline for the back. You can see that the back waistline is shorter than the front waistline because the back is not up to the front waistline. The back doesn't have breast, so definitely the back waistline will be shorter than the front. So that is what we have there. Then after that, I'll just do my normal armhole curve and then curve it nicely. Put my neckline for the back, be using 3.5 to 1.5 inches, just as you can see. And then after that, now we'll be going slowly with our darts. So on this dart, we are still going to use our 4 inches that we use. So after that, I'll mark the 4 inches on the waistline and on the chest line. I'll connect it straight. After connecting it straight, then I'll connect it side to meet the half inch that I went out by. That is the dart leg it gets. So after doing that, on that waistline, I'll be putting the waist measurement we are working with, which is 7.25. After putting it, we are going to add our 1 inch for the dart intake. Is that taken? So after that, we are just going to connect from the waist down to the bust line, just as you can see. Then now on the hip line, that is the hip line I just marked. On the hip line, I'll be putting the hip measurement, which is 9.5. 36 divided by 4, 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So I'll just go ahead to curve it how we did for the front. Can you see? So now after curving it, we are just going to mark our own back line for the front. For the back, I told you that the back is not sharp. It's not a sharp back. It's a rounded back, just as you can see. That's why we are using a curved part. So on the waistline, we'll go in by half inch. We'll connect it up and then connect it down, which is going to serve as our zipper contour in order for the zip not to purge. So after doing that, on that part now is going to serve as a new line. There's a line I just drew is going to serve as our new line for the back. So from that side, I'm going to mark 1 inch all the way to the top of the pattern, just as you can see, to serve as the zipper allowance. Then I'll connect it straight. After connecting it, I make sure I join the down part and then tag it as zip allowance so that I'll not forget. Then the upper part, I'll also join it together, just as you can see. So one thing is, this is the front and then this is the back. Before I forget, one thing now is, while we were putting the zipper allowance, we knew that we went in by half inch. So we are just going to replace that half inch now on the side of the back. That is the only thing that I'm doing now. So after that, I'll just go ahead to cut out the pattern out. I believe this tutorial is helpful and it is very okay to comprehend. So this is our pattern. This is the front, the back, the down part of the back, and then the down part of the front. So in our next tutorial, we'll be starting with the sewing aspect. So I believe you'll grab something. See you in my next tutorial. Bye. For the sewing aspect. Bye.